What is up, guys? It is Gnomes here with another Poxnora. I'm just kidding. It's Markus. Here on Gnomes' channel, we're watching Hermios versus Shrinemaster. Hermios is playing the I guess it's STSL Beast, which seems strong. It's probably not as strong as like the Trapsmith swap deck. And then Shrinemaster is playing the classic STSP deck. So this game should take like 9 hours, but we'll see. So we see Shrinemaster is going to Flame Burst the target onto lava. Honestly, Flame Fist on this map is completely broken, even compared to like Flame Fist on other maps. Just because if you draw him early, you can almost always Flame Burst something to the lava, and there's like nothing your opponent can do about it. So I would say right now Shrinemaster has a decent lead. But they both have Ice Fangs, so anything could happen. I think what Hermios is going to want to do here is find a good spot to sand spray down all of these Rift Spirits, and then he can get rid of those while doing damage to other things. But if I were him right now, I would be worried about the Spirit of the Mountain, because I'm pretty sure if he's running like a proper Beast deck, I don't believe he has that much magic damage, unless he's running the Doom Balls.
He also has the Invoke to help with the spirits, maybe. Invoke Sand Spray.
Right. The issue with both of these decks, or the Ice Fang in both of these decks, right, is that Invoke is going to impede their own champions, because, like, outside the Ice Fangs, neither player has anything with Arctic, right? So the terrain is going to affect both of their champions negatively. And that's kind of like a weird issue with playing Ice Fang and Splits, but he's still so strong. You like do it anyways, right? So yeah, Shrinemaster I think is doing the right thing here by deploying all these champs that are pretty much only killable with magic damage, because he sees Hermios' deck and he knows like, hey, this guy doesn't have that much magic damage. So he's basically gonna have to do like one attack to Rift Lord per turn or something like that. So you see the Furball charge into the Flame Fist. Ice Guard definitely up. I don't believe Shrinemaster has any form of spot dispel. Actually, there's no way. He'd have to have a Ritual Souse. That's going to hold for Hermios for one turn. But as of right now, I do think Shrinemaster has a pretty big lead here.
I mean, you can use Petrify to kind of delay until he does get magic damage out, maybe. But it's hard to get there.
It's possible. Also, Hermios has drawn double Manticore, which is really good on this map. He might just be able to AoE most of Shrinemaster stuff down, especially that Rift Lord, because the Sandstorm's only going to be 25 Nora now. And it's such a good spell with such a massive range. The DMZ should be going away within a couple turns. It's not going to be able to deal with the Spirit of the Mountain, but that's kind of the only concern for him. So yeah, Shrinemaster's deploying Infernal, which is definitely the right deploy here. The transfer lives on both of the Manticores aren't really going to be working at all. It only affects activated spells and abilities, so regen still works properly, like on the Tardigrade. But yeah, it's looking like I think Hermios here is going to want to back up and turtle and possibly even give up mid-font for a little bit, just because, I mean, if you look at what Shrinemaster has on the board, there's not much of any deck that could deal with that. You know?
At least no Norogen out yet.
Right. What Hermios is going to want to like avoid doing is just like going into the font, and then I think the only thing he's going to have the opportunity to kill if he goes into the font is a summon or the manifestation. So that really gets you nowhere, right? Because those are just recyclable. I don't think he's going to be in a position to kill any of Shrinemaster's real champs here. And that's going to be the main issue of this game for Hermione.
And that's why this game will take ages.
Absolutely. What Hermione, I don't think he runs it, but what would be nice for him right now, I guess it'd be kind of nice, is the Guardian of Air attack, because it does so much magical damage, right? And it's really tanky. But the issue would be that I think if he did deploy that, Shrinemaster here would just be able to block it off with summons, because the mid font on this map is such a huge choke point. Outside of that, I don't see any way Hermias is going to get past Shrinemaster's front line.
Yeah, and he has to be so afraid that if he does move that Aerotat into that mid, he'll just get knocked back, right, into the lava, for example.
Yeah. I mean, Shrinemaster in this situation, he has so much like meat and damage that he can play the Flame Fist conservatively to like where, oh wow, Gale Force. So he will get the Rift Lord kill here by using the Gale Force. That's really strong. It's good to get rid of that early before the Vitality creation stacks really start piling up.
Lava damage will occur, right, before the Vaporize? Or after
Right,
the
but
but not anymore because of
I don't
sand.
think it matters anyways, right? Basically, whenever you see a Rift Lord and you know you don't have magic damage to deal with it, what you want to do is you want to just like deploy all the AoE stuff you can. That's generally like SL's answer to it. You just like deploy like your like Manticores and the Murok. What's the normal the Far Kips or whatever.
Yep, Sand Kip or whatever.
Yeah, and that also helps you deal with the summons he deploys. So like out of with just raw magic damage, SL doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with the Rift Lord, but if you use all the AoE, it's not that bad.
It's at the end of the turn for the Rift Bound, so he's still going to be able to attack once.
So now, see, there's a Dark Healing playing really well for Shrinemaster. Now Shrinemaster's in an odd spot, though. He has to decide what he's going to contest the mid-font with, right? He could contest with the Lion and hope that Hermias has no way around it, which he probably doesn't, right? Like, it's going to take a little bit of like damage if Hermias decides to attack it. But, I mean, generally enough, it's tanky to contest on its own. And there's no magic damage, like I said, so he won't be able to kill it. Or he can contest with a Relic, which is going to be a waste of Nora, kind of. Yeah, so I think he's going to contest with the Lion. That's probably what I would have done as well. Kind of blocks off his Ice Fang. Having too many 2x2s on this map is obviously pretty detrimental. But yeah, I think that Gale Force was really strong, just because, I mean, it definitely evened them out a bit, and maybe even put Hermias in a slight lead here.
But also, what I found really strong for that is it actually killed the manifestation because it put them out of range of the Spirit of the Mountain. So he didn't. Now he's starting way in the back with 0 AP as well.
Yeah, and at some point he's gonna have to move that manifestation around all his other 2x2s, and just like it's just kind of a logistic problem. Ritualist is an interesting deploy because I don't know what he's gonna ritual outside of his own units. It doesn't seem like Hermias is planning on summoning anything. And maybe he just wants to like be in position to dispel the Ice Guard or something like that.
Maybe spell Aegis. I don't know.
Yeah, if I were Shrinemaster, I probably would have tried to deploy like a Houndgun or something like that. I think would be strong here. He could also dispel the Void Shield off the Far Cracks, which would be nice. But it's not like really worth deploying a whole champion that otherwise outside of his activated abilities is almost useless.
Oh, shit.
Oh, cool. So he does run the Garden Veritas. Yeah, that should be good here. As long as it doesn't get backed up by all the Shrinemaster summons. I think it'll be... When you deploy the Guardian's Treasure, I think he's at 17 damage just instantly off that and 4 defense. So he's extremely tanky, especially with this boost plus ST bonus. He's going to be really hard to kill. But I imagine at some point, Shrinemaster will dispel the Void Shield off him and make it a little easier to kill.
Yeah, magic damage. I remember, did you see the game where Tiny was playing against Spirit of the Mountain and was playing Beasts as well? And Beasts are kind of known for not having any other damage type other than physical. And he literally attacked through the incorporeal form by just attacking it over and over again. He catch it like 10 times. It was insane.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you can really do, right? I think the Doombringer, at least in full faction SLBs, the Doombringer is so strong because you're always spamming the Sandstorms and then like Quickenings or whatever, and he just ramps up really fast. I like running him with Sunder over Violence too, and I just think like he can shred through that. Ooh, so he gets petrified for 4 turns. Yeah, I think Hermias here might do that same thing where he just tries to ping it down with non-magic damage.
He does have to be a little bit scared here. The Shriny here, or no, sorry, Hermias, because we could see the Gale Force over that lava and then into a double tap from the Ice Fang, and that would kill the Manticore. And they would put both the Furball as well as the Manticore into lava. So you should definitely move the Furball over one at the very least.
Yeah, I think so. That would be an interesting move by Shrinemaster, though, just because Gale Force in itself is more expensive than Manticore, right? He could probably get the Globe, but
Yeah, but Furball,
I feel like he
Furball
could save
and
it.
Manticore. Because Furball would go...
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess we'll see.
I think Shrine's really smart here and moving his Flame Fist to Hermias' top font, just because that forces Hermias to move up there and takes pressure off mid. Whereas, like, if they just went, oh, he does that exact move, nice. But if they all went mid, right, and he didn't have to draw the tardigrade and the Manticore away, I think Hermias would have had it won in that skirmish.
Oh, does he kill both here? Is he in range? No. Can only kill one.
ST is pretty insane on this map, just because they have Gale Force and they have Frigid Barrier, which are both like crazy spells on this map because the mid font is like you have to be inside of it. There's only like 2 spaces within the central part of this map where you can like avoid being inside the font, and then obviously the lava.
Oh, he's gonna Ritual Destruction? No, he's not in range. Never mind. Thing is,
Yeah, that Petrify was also really good because he's effectively set up a roadblock for Shrinemaster. Like he can't get his Ice Fang anywhere. So as long as that thing's petrified, Shrinemaster's Ice Fang is kind of useless as long as Hermias keeps his champs on like the edge of that font. I imagine you'll see a Sandstorm or something though, just to heal up the Manticore a little bit here.
He does have double. If you have double Manticore out, you definitely want to be keeping them both alive because they kind of like multiply on each other pretty well. Like they gain more value than the singular champion.
So I think the Flame Fist is going to contest that font for, I mean, minimum 6 turns unless Hermias can deploy something big up. Just because, I mean, it's not like the Flame Fist is going to kill a Tardigrade and a Manticore, but also they can't kill the Flame Fist because they have no damage. So that font is just like indefinitely contested right now.
Yeah, his resistance physical rank 3 already as well. Oh, that's sonic damage? I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, also like the invokes are all weird damage types. Like the Vossair is physical. I just never knew that.
Where do you think he's gonna put the treasure? Is he gonna put it in the front or just put it in the back as like to get the stat boost?
So I think generally what you want to do is you want to put it in the font to where everything in the font gets fascinated no matter where it is, right? So close to the center of the font. The issue with that here is, first of all, it's gonna, if he puts it close to the center of the font, it's gonna block the Guardian from like moving around where he wants. So it's gonna make the Guardian really easy to kite because you can just one by ones can move to the other side of the font, and then he can't because he put the relic in his own way. And also, if he puts it in the font, Ice Fang can just probably 2-shot it. So there's kind of no good position for him to put the treasure right now. Airtat's kind of not the best deploy on this map, but it's obviously a great deploy against Spirit of the Mountain.
Do you run your Doombringer with the main? You said Sunder. What was the other one though? Do you play with the main?
No, I play Sunder Bounce.
Yeah, okay, let's say.
Yeah, I think there could be a case made for Violence, obviously. Most people run with Violent over Sunder. But I think Bounce is kind of objectively better than Domain Sand, in my opinion.
How much sand? I mean,
they're the same Nora cost as well.
Yeah. I mean, in maybe like full faction sand, or like then I could see maybe Domain being better. Oh, okay. I'll let you explain that.
Another Gale Force. So that's both Gale Forces used, but it looks like he'll definitely be able to get this kill. Yeah, for sure. On the Ice Fang with his own Ice Fang. And really that leaves her mouse without much damage, right? He doesn't have any like heavy hitters until the air attack gets there. And I feel like, oh wow, that was a big invoke. But yeah, I feel like with Shrinemaster's setup right now, he should be able to kite the Guardian of Veritat really easily, just like around this mid font. Or and just like constantly block it with a Spirit Manifestation, so the Guardian ends up spending all its AP on killing Spirit Manifestations over and over again.
Yeah. Next Petrify gonna come out though, so the Spirit of the Mountain is at least gonna keep staying there.
Yeah, so he could move into Petrify, right, which he will, but I think that might leave him in range of Ice Fang double tap.
Oh yeah, true. 8 speed. Plus probably Furry Hat coming out soon as well, because I know he runs that.
Yeah.
Do you think he should have maybe played the Doombringer bot and say, fuck it, I'm gonna stay, behind in my top font, but at the very least make sure that my mid is secured more? So.
Well, he needs to get the top font back eventually, right? He can't just like leave the Flame Fist there forever. And he's in a position where, like, the opposite position he wants to be. Like, what you want to do is contest your opponent's font with the tardigrade, right? You don't want him like fighting off something from your font because he's never gonna kill it. He has pretty much no damage. Like, I'm sure Shrinemaster, like, once he gets even close to killing the Flame Fist, Shrinemaster could find some way to heal it up, right? So he needs something to support that, or else he will never get his font back. And eventually, the Flame Fist has to kill the tardigrade, right? So I think that's the only. It's not an ideal move, but it's kind of his only move.
Guardian Treasure here? Or why does he move up like that?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe, yeah, I have no idea. The issue here is, like, right, if he puts the Guardian Treasure in front of him, obviously he can't move up to attack the Spirit. If he puts it behind him, he has no way to get out, and the Ice Fang will just kill him. Also, he has the Ritualist to dispel the Void Shield once that gets big, so... I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, mate. It seems as though the Guardian should be able to kill the Spirit eventually. If he doesn't die first.
Well, honestly, I think the biggest threat on the... He does put it behind him, wow.
Yeah, so I guess he's just banking on the Ice Fang not being able to kill him. But I think the Ice Fang won't have that hard of a time.
4 defense. He probably wants to, like, he's hedging his bets. He's saying, I need to get this kill next turn, double with like a quicken, and then he's doing... What, 17 times 2? What else could he have?
So he'll need 13 more, and I don't see how he could get that 13 extra damage with this. Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, Pounce, he's not in the font anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna dip out. I don't think her mouse could have killed the Flame Fist last turn, so I might have left it in the font if I were him. But I'm not. I'm me, so,
What? He's gonna swap here. Or why would you do this?
You could swap. Kanto still can get an attack, though, so it would be kind of pointless. I think he just needs to hit the air attack with Ice Fang a couple times, and then if he does that the turn after, he should be able to kill the air attack. But there's no way he kills the air attack this turn.
I'm just wondering why he ran the manifestation over the lava like that.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else he could really do with it, right? Like,
yeah, that's true.
there's no other option. Like, you can't move it further away from the manifestation because the manifestation can't follow. But also, like, he kind of just has to probably hope it dies now so it can respawn in a better place. So he's going to impede the air attack here. It's going to take him more AP to get to the Spirit. But the issue is he only has to walk one space, right? So it doesn't matter that much. It's kind of a weird instance to use Invoke in my opinion. Might as well have just double tapped, I think.
I guess maybe the Frozen, I'm not sure. But yeah, what I was going to say before is that I think the really the biggest threat, or the biggest, not the biggest threat, but the the biggest thing he should be trying to kill is actually the Infernal. Once he kills the Infernal, he's actually doing okay because he can keep healing up and stuff.
Yeah, the Infernal, but like Shrinemaster is gonna get value out of the Infernal, even if he like doesn't bring it into the fight ever, right?
Yeah.
So if he has the opportunity to kill the Infernal, that's really on Shrinemaster. Because right here, like as long as those Doombringers are out, Infernal doesn't have to do anything except for exist on the board, and he'll get the value out of it.
Yeah, there we see it already. Double transfer life. That's 4 AP used. I heals the full, but yeah.
Yeah, he heals the full, and he has the slight void shields. Definitely not going to kill Eratat next turn either. And that's the cool thing about being able to get around Dark Favor is there's like things like Divine Favor and stuff like that, or Dark Healing, or if it's not an activated ability, it just works fine. So things like Crystal Phoenix are perfectly okay. Maybe next turn we'll see a Cleansing Storm from Shrinemaster just to get his spirit out of there. But it looks like Hermias is slowly but surely bringing this one back.
Ooh, that's scary. Oh, true. Both Gales are gone, right? So.
Yeah. And the issue with Herder is that this Beast Herder ability, it's such a high cooldown. Like, it's insane. I almost think Drive is just better, even though it's like 3 AP more. Like, you can use it as much as you want all the time. This Beast Herder thing, it's obviously incredible when you use it, but it's kind of just like a war drum, I kind of like Drive more. Ooh, shit.
Oh, Telegnetic Thrust. What?
Yeah, over the lava. I think he should have attacked with Ice Fang first, but so he could get the double attack off, but whatever.
Hex. If he attacks here with the Ice Fang, it's kind of close. Can only move back 2 spaces. I guess.
But yeah, so unless he like sandstorms or something to like put something over that lava, the issue for Hermias is he's gonna have to walk Eratat back over that lava to get him back into the fight. So that's a pretty good move by Shrinemaster, and that's kind of the reason why non-flying 2x2s on this map are horrid sometimes. And he just spent all of his heals on the Eratat next turn or last turn, so I don't think he has any way to heal it in this next turn.
What was I gonna say before about ooh, nice Divine Favor, Dark Favor. What I was gonna say before about the whole idea between Drive and the Beast Herder is while Drive is more efficient like throughout the game, because like you said, yeah, it's 0 cooldown and you get damage as well. The thing about Beast Herder is the whole idea of like a burst, right? Like a burst of AP to just have a swing turn, and that's often also really strong though. Just like charge in, get a kill, and then you've won the game off of that.
Being able to put charge in your guys is crazy, but I don't know. I also think of Drive as kind of like a commander ability, right? Because Drive is +2 damage. So it's like pretty much every turn, everything has +1 speed, +2 damage. It's kind of like improved speed and commander for anything. Drive is like, to me, one of the best abilities in the game. So he has Nogvi now. Yeah, Hermias, now that the Warlock's out, Hermias instantly has to be careful about like deploying mass low Nora champions that can just get swarmed. He has to deploy. He wants to deploy bigger things like Snogvi. But yeah, he's in a sketchy spot for sure.
Now that Flameflist is low, he maybe should start bringing that Doombringer bot again. I mean, he's solidly in the font. He's not, and he doesn't have to be too afraid for the next at least 2 to 3 turns.
Yeah, he could also just stack up Violence procs too. That's what I would do is I would kill it with the Doombringer, and then the Doombringer's at like 13, maybe cast a couple spells, and then hopefully by the time the Doombringer gets to the middle font, it's at full health with like 15, 16 damage. And then you can Sandstorm, and from there it's at 18 damage because of Domain, right?
True.
Suddenly, like at that point, it'll be really easy just to quicken your Doombringer and double shot the Spirit of the Mountain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that, 14 already.
Yeah, and I don't think he's even attacked yet. Yeah, he hasn't. Guardian's Treasure. I wish I had it as a relic. I think it's really good, and I wish I just like had the limited edition relic because I would definitely play that in a lot of deck.
Yeah, it's like 20 Nora, right?
I think it's a bit more than that. It's like 30 or something.
Hmm.
But it like when you don't have a bunch of 2x2s in a map like this or Ruins of Aldak or something, where you can just put it in the font and like fascinate your enemy units and while buffing your own, it's so crazy good.
Yeah, Fascinate gonna come out next turn on that Spirit if it stays there. And then we can see the double tap for the kill.
Right. What Hermaus has kind of done here is like he set up a position where whatever goes into the font from Shrinemaster is pretty much going to die. All his guys have pretty high AP stacked on them. They have abilities up, and Shrinemaster has to be like really wary about what he ends up putting in that mid font.
Is this Gale or Swap here? What is this?
We'll use both of his Gales. I think he just wants to kind of meet shield with his Spirit Manifestation here. But we'll see where the Fascinate pulls. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I think Shrinemaster's turn after this turn will kind of be like the deciding turn of the game. Because then he'll have no distract, and he'll have all this AP stacked up.
Yeah.
So if he can pull something off, he'll win.
Well, Flame Fist's gonna die now, finally. Unless there's some type of stop here, like a Blizzard Cloak, but who plays Blizzard Cloak, right?
I don't think Shrinemaster does. But yeah, it definitely got his value out of it for sure. Now the Tardigrade, though, has all these resistances, and he's probably going to regen to full health by the time he gets back to the font, though. So he's going to be pretty unkillable. For 62 Nora, that's pretty damn good.
Yep. All right, moment of truth. How's the Fascinate gonna work out? Oh, he puts his Kento in there as well.
Oh, cool. So he
There you
does stop it with his Spirit Manifestation. I guess Shrine is better at those mechanics than I am.
Yeah, it was good.
Flame Fist finally dies.
Norglobe is huge.
So whatever happens this turn, Hermaus knows that there's another Flame Fist bottom right, and he has to kind of be careful about the lava. Or what he could do is Sandstorm over the lava so that there's less opportunity for a horrible flame burst into the lava here.
Yeah, but like you said, this is the divining turn. I think he has to either do something big here to like kill the Kento, or just retreat fully and then bring Snogvi in, just so that when Hermios goes in to kill something, it's hopefully going in to kill the Snogvi, and Snogvi will just waste all the AP and all the damage that Hermios wants to use, or sorry, Shrinemaster wants to use. But
yeah.
Other than that, you can't let his Doombringer in there.
Shrine's done a really good job of like protecting his Spirit of the Mountain. Oh, what the?
Yeah,
okay,
what?
That's weird. I would have never thought about running that in just like a standard beast deck, but it's probably decent. He's running it with Gale. That's gonna be good on this map.
Oh, true. I mean, it's basically 2 movement, right? If you use it correctly, it's 2 AP.
Yeah. Well, 1.5 because it's 6 speed and you need 8 AP to generate that 2 AP.
Well, I was talking about the Gale is because it's 2 spaces of movement. But yeah, that as well. So you can then move 4 spaces and then use Gale, and then you're generating like movement wise 3 AP.
So one thing Hermaus can do here is obviously the Spirit's going to be sent in all the time, right? And Hermaus is probably going to have to kill it over and over. But he can benefit off that a little bit by just getting violent stacks onto his Doombringer, right? Just killing it every time with Doombringer and just accumulating those violent stacks. It's a weird way he can like kind of counteract the turtle. But you can still see the effects of the first flame burst against the Aratat. Like he's so exiled from the fight now, and there's like nothing they can do to really get him back in it, right? Even if he were in the mid font at low health, he would at least be like a threat to like double tap something for huge damage and then die. But now he's just like Shrinemaster doesn't care at all. Oh, big swap.
Swap, yeah.
Doombringer's definitely dead, and he'll probably get a Swarm off of it as well.
I mean, yes. Oh, true. There's no bounce, so pounce will work.
I don't believe SLST has any way to deal with summons either, so he's gonna have to just kill the full summon here that he gets off the Swarm.
If he doesn't mess it up, that is. Huh.
I always thought that the Striga Wind Rider should have like a limited edition Heat Map version.
Yeah, true. True. Yeah, it's having a hard time trying to calculate it so that it fixes the amount because of the defense, so that the 9 damage is perfect. But yeah, it worked out. There you go.
Yeah, so I definitely think Shrinemaster did what he had to do in that turn and is pretty firmly in the lead here.
Mm.
I mean, Hermiles should be able to get a couple of good sandstorms off, but at this point, it's going to be so hard for him to kill the Spirit of the Mountain. Like, it's going to be nearly impossible, and he's just going to have to deal with that Spirit manifestation over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, it also just looks so dire right now because you're just like looking at the mid and you see like, I don't know what, 10 champions for Shrinemaster and like 8 for Hermiles. But then when you go up and then you see the 2 up there, the Target and Thunder Dooms coming down, we'll see how it swings when they come down there. Especially the whole AP gain, like you said, with Tailwind. But it's only on flying champions, right?
Right, so the only thing it's going to affect is the Doombringer and the Crystal Phoenix, I guess.
Crystal Phoenix. All right, I'll be right back, okay? Give me like a minute.
What I think is going to happen is we're going to see a Crystal Phoenix swapped for the Flame Fist, and then Hermiles can kill the Flame Fist. That'd be a pretty good move, and help with evening them out a bit. Yeah, but once the Tardigrade's back, I guess Hermiles can just camp it in mid-fawn. It's going to be so hard to kill unless he ends up dispelling it with the Ritualist. I'd like to see a Sandstorm this turn from Hermiles, to be honest, just to deal that global damage, or not global, pretty much in this case global, yeah, there we go, damage, and also heal up the Manticores a little bit. That was for sure a good move. Oh, so he's going to put Snogby in the middle font. Maybe we'll see another swap from Shrinemaster. I assume he runs 2, and that would definitely kill the Snogby. Otherwise, he has Absorb 58 health. I think without that, there's no way Shrinemaster kills it. Absorb and Air Eater is a really good way to get around Ice Fang, just because like when he goes up to do like a melee attack, he's just not going to do any damage. I think what Hermiles wants right now is like a way to get rid of the Royal Infernal just so he can heal up his Guardian again, because Guardian would be really strong if he could like be at good health and in this fight at all. Yeah, more summons from Shrinemaster here. So I would, if I were Shrinemaster, I would just be summoning all the summons I could right now, because I know that Hermiles has a deck that like has no ritual or easy way to deal with summons, no Bone Circle Staff or anything like that.
Double Fascinate is also kind of interesting. Like what happens with it is always kind of weird.
It does stack, yeah, but it makes some weird stuff happen for sure. I wonder if Hermiles runs Burning Sands. That'd be good here as well. But not for long, because the weakened spells is going to come in. I always see like I don't see a lot of lower tier players do this, but I think it's smart. In a split deck, you generally want to run a banner, and the way you decide which banner you want to run is just whatever faction you're running that has the most summons, you run that banner, right? Because that's where max HP in this game is really useful. Like it's okay on regular champs, but max HP on summons is insanely broken. So like in this deck, he has the Rift Lords, and then he has like the Mika and stuff. So he's gonna run the banner, right? It's basically for the summons. Because the difference between like 12 HP on the Rift Spirits versus 17 is massive. Whereas like nobody cares if the Ice Fang has another 5 HP.
And the Tundra Beasts come with a lot of HP as well, so they don't need it.
Yeah.
Basically, you just want to beat the threshold of 15 health, just so you don't get killed by whatchamacallit. Shattered summons. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or also like Grim Lake's Bane as well. Just in general, 15 HP is usually what you want to get past. Good positioning also by the herder to create that desert font there, so the Airtech could move in if he wants.
Yeah, he still has to get around his own Guardian's Treasure though, so you have to take like one hit of the lava, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
But he could move in. Yeah, so he can move in and quicken and kill the spirit now, if you want. Does he run quicken though?
Also, the thing about that is he'd be using a spell to get a kill and not either of the Nora Globes.
That's true. But I feel like in this position, man, you have to take, like, if you have a shot to kill the spirit, you have to do it. Because, like, he's not going to get many of those shots, right? And then another manifestation comes out next turn if he doesn't kill this turn.
He's been dealing with those pretty okay. Like,
yeah. But imagine how much he could have done if he didn't have to deal with those, right?
Yeah. That Doombringer scaring for top.
Yeah, he can definitely get top next turn. But he'll have to deal with the Ice Fang.
Gale on the Wind Rider onto. That was interesting. Gale on the Wind Rider. I was thinking to move the Ice Fang forwards next turn or something, but he uses all his AP, so he can't now. At least he's not really in a good position for it.
Oh wow, another Guardian Treasure. So plus another 6 health. Yeah, Infernal putting in work. Dark Healing's crazy.
What's behind him?
Anyone that knows anything about this game, though, will tell you that Serinda is definitely a better Dark Healing champ than Royal Infernal, though.
True.
If you're running anything with FW, you should just run the Serinda instead.
Yeah.
So here's a Houndgen up top. Houndgen's really good at sustaining itself. Twisted Essence is such a good ability. It's like insane.
Yep. Also with Soul Vitality, so he's like double tapping every turn, healing for 8 every turn.
Yeah. No, Houndgen is crazy good, dude. Unfortunately for Shrinemaster, the Spirit Manifestation got put in a horrible spot. Oh, another Telekinetic Thrust. Jeez. Yeah, Snogvy's just about dead now. He needs to be careful with his Spirit now because the air attack can come back pretty soon. And that's a huge threat to Spirit. I would almost like just contest the mid with something else.
With the Crystal Phoenix, right?
Well, it's Fault Ignorance.
Oh, okay, cool.
So no, it's not the Crystal Phoenix. I think at this point Hermaeus wants another Crystal Phoenix if he has one.
Yeah, he put the furry hat on the rituals actually, and not on the Ice Fang. Kind of interesting. Did you see why he did that? Like when did he need the AP directly? I wasn't watching.
I wasn't. I noticed it was on earlier, but I'm not sure why.
Maybe.
Shrinemaster has to be really careful though, because I think Beast Herder is going to be back. Maybe the turn after this next turn. So Hermaeus could technically pull off like a crazy power turn.
Also, the Target is coming, so finally he has something to just put into the font. If he doesn't feel like having the Ampere die, you put the Target in there and chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shrine's really smart for I guess continuously contesting this whole time with the Spirit, not only because the magic damage isn't there for Hermaeus, but because it's not pulled by any of the Fascinates. Anything else would just get pulled and instantly die.
And why is that? Why does it not get pulled by the Fascinate?
Hero. Oh shit. Well, I think it seems like it should be dead now. Yeah, he's got the Straight Warlock out. It's gonna die and get swarmed. Yeah, that was a crazy swap. That swap probably won Hermaeus the game, honestly.
Does he get a kill on the Disciple as well? Ever? He doesn't have the Relic, and he's not in range of the Relic, so he can't double tap for 17.
No. I've never heard anyone call it Disciple. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Kento. Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
He's 10. Oh, yeah, true.
Done. Perfect
Perfect.
kill.
Yeah,
That
perfect
was a
kill.
crazy play for sure. Wow.
Oh, why is it? Just for the movement, maybe.
Evasive.
Ah, that too.
He's got Boon to the win on it.
Yeah. 30 seconds. Oh, ho, ho. Sexy.
Wow, that was crazy.
I wonder if he ever just moves the Crystal Phoenix up just to be like, here, kill this, not my Guardian. Ooh, juicy. Oh, that's interesting. To choice to attack the Crystal Phoenix.
Yeah, I think threatening Fawns and then like not going for them is just a crazy good move because like now the Houndgun's all the way up there. You can just like make your opponent deploy in somewhere like they just shouldn't deploy because you threaten that font. Like you make them have to deploy in a font, even if like you don't go for it, because like they'll just take their font if they don't deploy there, and then you can just like act like nothing ever happened after they have to deploy in that font.
Yeah. That's why I also find teleport rank 3 so strong because you're literally on every part of the map within a turn. So they're
Oh yeah.
constantly threatened wherever you are. Like especially on this map, if you're on the middle font and you have teleport rank 3, you can go to any of the 4 fonts from here.
All right. Well, the Guardian is gonna get swarmed here. It's just gonna be a swarm battle, dude. One of them has to kill like the other one's Warlock.
No. Oh wait,
Oh,
wait.
one more.
Yeah, but resistance will it even? No,
Should.
never mind. You're fine. Yeah, it's close. Because they put him in the range of the Guardian's treasure, so it gave him the extra defense.
Oh, the Shroud Quarry comes out. That'll be really good here.
Hmm. What's interesting is that they've actually been at kind of the same HP, like you said, because of the one War Banner for Shrinemaster, while we have the boost for Hermio. So I wonder if he ever would play like the SL War Banner here, just because most of the champs are SL, at least right now they are. And SL are more the tanks.
It's possible. I mean, obviously, extra health is pretty good on like things like target. Oh wow. Uh,
Doesn't have a skill though, does he?
no. If I'm Shrinemaster, I don't kill the Crystal Phoenix because it blocks the Fascinate, right? And also then next turn he can swarm it.
Can he kill that? I wonder if he has Furry Hat, he's at 7.
Well, he has Gale Rider, so he'll be able to kill it. He'll be able to get the swarm off. Or you mean the Kento? I don't know. That's kind of weird. I think he could have just swarmed it. Maybe he's gonna swarm the other one. But yeah, like I was saying, the Doombringer, now that it's in the fight, has so much damage because the violence after violence. And it even has evasive now. It's crazy strong. Hermaus needs to find a way to heal it up because it has a bunch of max HP, and then it'll be pretty game winning. So he has to kill if he can. He needs one more AP. Or no, he's good. Never mind. I lied. Yeah, they're just gonna trade swarms all day. Cause I guarantee you pretty much that the swarm he makes this turn is gonna get swarmed next turn by the other Warlock.
Yeah, but he played it well so that the Crystal Phoenix dies here by itself, so it can't get swarmed. Did he double tap? Yeah, right. Or no?
I think Hermaus is so if you notice here, like without the Doombringer, Hermaus doesn't really have any damage, right? everything else is kind of like a support or a tank. Shrinemaster might have a way to kill the Doombringer this turn, and if he does, Hermias is definitely gonna have some issues.
Should maybe move him back. Scared of swap with the refresh, maybe.
Yeah, I think there's like a few ways he could do it where he doesn't even have to swap.
He's so concerned about Gale Force, I didn't want to move him back one. He like positioned so that Gale Force does the least damage, but now he's one space closer. If Gale Force
Go ahead.
If Gale Force were to be used on the Tundra Beast and the Wind Rider is behind it, but it's down the cliff, does it hit the Wind Rider or does it hit the cliff?
Oh, I have no idea, actually. I think it hits the cliff. I'm pretty sure it's the cliff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to go for the Doombringer, I think. Or maybe the Snogby.
Ooh, nice.
Avalanche, and that puts him grounded, so it's 18 damage to Doombringer. Yeah, that sucks for Hermias, because right when like his Doombringer became crazy powerful, it dies, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sad. And then I'm sure Shrine will get a swarm off on something.
Sonic Aura. Can you get a double kill? Triple kill? Can he kill all three? He can't kill that Manticore, can he?
No, I don't think he kills the Manticore, but he should be able to kill the Snogby and the Doombringer. He's going to swarm onto lava, so he'll get swarmed back for sure. Or not. Or, yeah, wait. Never mind.
Yeah. It's 15 seconds. That's mostly the big things you have to... He's
just going to let the Doombringer die.
Yeah.
And then threaten this bottom fawn with the Flame Fist.
Could move him up 4 more spaces, though.
But yeah, now like I'm saying, Hermias really doesn't have that much in the way of damage at this point. Like, he could just do a bunch of sandstorms, but like, as far as kill potential, it went way down with the Doombringer gone.
Two Norglobes here he can take.
I don't think he gets the, well, he could with the summon, but his guys are still grounded, so.
Oh, true. I was going to say the Wind Rider, but you're right. Even... Okay.
I think a huge part of this game has been the telekinetic thrust early on the Guardian, and just getting him out of the fight completely, and then the Guardian, I mean, he was able to swap back in and instantly die afterwards, but man, if he had not taken all that lava damage and stayed in the center of the font, and potentially killed the Spirit of the Mountain way earlier in the game, I think Hermias would be way ahead right now.
I wonder... I think he messed up that Gale. He could have Galed the Ritualist over the lava. I think he misclicked it. So he clicked it onto the Ritualist instead of behind the Ritualist.
Oh, yeah. It's possible.
Do you know, how does Gale work when you use the center square on a champion? Which way does it move them?
I'm not sure. There's like, sometimes when I'm really unsure, there's like a graph I look at. It's like really old. It's from like when the champions still had bases, and I always forget. I have that saved on my computer somewhere. So I look at that, but I don't play ST ever, so I never use Gale. I think I've casted Gale like twice in my life or something like that.
Good for you. You're an upstanding young gentleman.
Thanks.
Has a second Doombringer out now, though. So.
Yeah, but it's not like it's built up as the other one. The other one had like 20 damage or whatever. So the Ritualist here is going to be able to dispel off the Void Shield, and he'll probably be able to get the kill on the Far Craigs.
Not sure that's really the thing you want to go for, though. He's probably going to swap and kill either the Warlock or one of the 3 champions top. Well, the Gales are back.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
like
saying.
4 Gales this game so far. Yeah, once the Swarm champion's dead, then Shrine has Swarm, Hermias doesn't. That's kind of scary. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That was really smart.
Yeah. I don't think he can't get both swarms, but he can get both kills. Unless he has another furry hat. I don't know if he plays two.
I'd imagine it's a split, so he probably only plays one.
Yeah. That just threw. He also kills the Tundra Beast top if he wants.
Damn, telekinetic thrust is such a good ability. It's crazy good.
Yeah, generally. But on Kento, though.
I mean, I guess just any knockback on this map
Yeah,
is insane.
exactly. That's true. That's the real point. Knockback on this map. Oh wow, he matched.
There's like a couple maps. This one in Grove, I think, where knockback is just like, if someone has more knockback than you, they generally win. Yeah, this game. I think it's because Hermios had, I mean, Shrinemaster had the swarms at that point, and Hermios didn't. But yeah, that was a crazy game.
GG.
GG.